Touchdown. She hit the line on the far side, and the Rebels win.
Stop playing. Stop playing.
He connects. Rebels with their first lead of the night.
And the Andover Huskies are your section champion.
Good evening and welcome to Andover. Tonight it's girls lacrosse. The 5-1 Andover Huskies hosting the 4-2 Champlin Park Rebels. We've got some warm weather. It's a pleasant evening for lacrosse, Joe.
Yes, it is. And here at the Andover Athletic Field, we get a chance to see it and experience that sun and 60-plus weather. And tonight will be a great matchup as both teams haven't met since last year's section final, and that was a 14-4 win for the Huskies. In that win, they advanced to the state quarterfinals. But the Huskies and Champlin Park played twice last year. Huskies won that first one 10-9, but both of these teams have some horsepower. In fact, Champlin Park has put up 87 goals already this season, as has Andover with 75.
We're just about ready to go. In the goal down to our right, Eva Bach for Andover. In the goal down to our left, in blue, is Kate Ferguson for the Rebels. We're just about set to go. Addie Dale out there taking the draw. And taking the draw for Andover, Claire Nelson. 27 draw controls. And Andover is going to get the draw, and here come the Huskies in white gold numerals. Not easy for an old guy to read. Sarah Kaiser will take it around the back of the net and set it up in the X position. And they throw it out in front. We got a ground ball over on the far side. Looks like Andover is going to get there first. And once again, turf's made a huge difference. I've said it all spring long. Having turf for lacrosse is going to have as much impact on any sport, Joe.
It is. In fact, had a chance to speak with Coach Johnson at Champlin Park before the game and asked him how his team has enjoyed the turf, and he says it has been tremendous, just phenomenal.
Andover gets it in front and a quick save. Kate Ferguson nets that one. Andover was able to get it inside that 12-meter arc, close to that 8-meter line, and they got a good shot, but Ferguson made the save, and now the Rebels come the other way in Navy.
Ferguson, nice, nifty save that time. Made that look pretty easy.
Here comes Champlin Park. Phaedra Vang is going to take it over to the side.
Champlin Park comes in, outscoring their opponents 87-41 in terms of goals so far this year. And as you mentioned, Steve, a 4-2 record.
Charlize Vang behind the net. In the X position, they get it in front. Opportunity for a goal, and Phaedra Vang cashes in. That's her 14th of the year, and the Rebels have the early lead.
Hey, Phaedra Vang on her way to Liberty University next year. That was a snapped-off backhand, no-luck pass. Eva that time in goal for Andover. Nothing she could do with that. Just some quick movement of that ball and captured it and put it back of the net.
So Vang gets number 14. A quick goal coming here. 131 into half number one. And right back to the middle we go. And an important opportunity for Claire Nelson trying for another draw control for Andover.
And that really is going to be a key. I talked to Coach Geist before the game, and he says, Joe, it's just like last year in the section finals. We got to move the ball, but we must win those draws.
She controls the draws, gets inside, skips it in. It's still loose in front, and it's saved by Ferguson. So Claire Nelson right down the field gets a shot away. Ferguson, another save, number 2 in the game.
Lickfeld tried to get a follow-up shot off. She did, but was disrupted and kind of floated on goal. And the goalie made the save there for Champlin Park. Transition now for the Rebels.
Champlin Park gets it in. Hagen-Bart. Hagen-Bart's going to head toward the goal line extended. Look for a cutter inside. Looking for Alana Roll. Hagen-Bart still has it. But at the 12-meter line, right out there at the top of the fan, gives it up. Here's Megan Peter. Peter begins her cut, tries to get inside, and they go right back to the X. And if you can get that foul inside that, you get that free position, and that's what every team is looking for in the girls' game. Lobbed outside, knocked down there by Hagenbart. Hagenbart's going to back out and set up. Rebels lead at 1-0 early.
Have a chance here, and the Rebels trying to move it around. It's more or less a zone here played by Andover defensively.
And neither team moving very much right now early in the game. They get it to the cutter insider, tried to hit Peter. It skips through, and it's picked up by Phaedra Vang, who had that goal, number 14 on the year, to get us started at 131. Vang gets it further out to Charlize. Charlize makes her cut to the front, gets a shot and scores. Goes down low, and it's 2-0 Rebels.
Slid that one under the garage door. This time they went low to beat the Husky keeper and Eva Bach 2-0, and the Rebels controlling the ball, and that's the big part. Hey, the draw, winning that draw for Andover, and ball movement. And so far, the Rebels have had 2 possessions in the Husky end and capitalized on both. And there you see Charlize Vang with goal number 15 of her own this season.
Schindelbeck out there for the Rebels. Nelson for Andover. No clear advantage. Andover ultimately controls. And coming into the play to pick it up was Katie Evans. Evans gives it up. And this is Sarah Kaiser. Sarah Kaiser goes to that goal line extended. Works all the way around the back. They did not contact the media when they selected this white gold combo for Andover. Now Champlin Park, very kind with the navy and the white numbers. That works great.
I'm not sure if Adidas still has something to say about the jerseys that they provide, but
I've heard that rumor that at these schools that wear very similar. They get it inside. There's a shot up over the top of the net. Good opportunity for Andover inside, and they put it over the top of the net. They're still trying to control the ground ball, and they do.
And as you can see, Huskies really trying to move that ball around the perimeter and pick their opportunities to pull the trigger on a shot.
Here's Delich, spins, tries to get it into Claire Nelson. Delich gets it back side of the net, and she'll come back out on top, and they'll reset. They get it right inside to Nelson. Nelson gets pounded, and she's going to get a free position right out on top.
Yeah, she was fighting her way to get some spacing so she could get the shot off. Now she has an opportunity here.
15 goals, 16 assists, trying to make it a 2-1 game. She'll step, she'll fire, and that's saved by Ferguson. Big save by Ferguson. Nelson right in the face of Ferguson as she tries to outlet and does get it out. Here's Ehrlichman, and now the Rebels move it up the field quickly. Here's Vang. Phaedra Vang had the first goal. Gets it over to Charlize Vang. Vang tries to step into the middle. They give it up there. That was Schindelbeck, and Schindelbeck comes back to Charlize Vang. She had goal number 2 at 3:15, 2-0 Rebels. Inside of 20 minutes to go, a half number 1. Lovely evening.
It is. It's excellent to be outside and get that extended sun.
Schindelbeck.
I've even been trying to do yard work out there just so I can stay outside.
Pass inside to Schindelbeck and a goal.
Boy,
actually, that was Johnson, Annabelle Johnson. Schindelbeck wearing 22, Annabelle Johnson, number 23. Rebels lead at 3-0.
And I'll tell you what, Annabelle Johnson is to do everything midi for the squad. The sophomore has just been outstanding this season, leads with 29 points now, and that's her 15th goal of the season. She also leads the team in ground balls, points per game, also with, winning those duels and battles with 28 and 3 shots pretty much on goal so far for Champlin Park, and they've cherished each one of them and capitalized with goals, 3-0.
Claire Nelson out there again with Schindelbeck. Claire Nelson has had the better of it. Andover's dominated these draws. Both players go down. They bump into each other, and they're going to give it to Andover. And they're down 3-0. So that's one thing that's gone their way. But Champlin Park, 3 goals. Phaedra Vang, Charlize Vang, and now Annabelle Johnson. So the Rebels in business 6 minutes into this game. They throw it in front. We've got a ground ball. May have been blocked away by the goalie Ferguson. And now it's Charlize Vang quickly the other way as she gets to midfield. She's on the move, has it knocked out of her stick. Good defensive play. And coming back to help out is Nelson. She gets bumped along the sideline, and Andover's going to hang on. The defensive play for Andover might have been Lensmeyer that came back, and now we have a timeout, Joe.
Yeah, that was, I think you're right, Lensmeyer who knocked that loose.
Yep.
Brad Geis will take that timeout. And they're coming off a 16-0 win versus Blaine on Monday night. So giving up some goals isn't something that typically happens, especially with Eva Bach, 5-1 record coming in as the goalie, and the goals against a 4.88.
Here's a look at the crowd here, enjoying the weather at Huskies Stadium. And we brought up the turf early, but all the schools now in the Anoka-Hennepin district
All
have
the kids are doing it.
And yeah, it just makes a gigantic difference. And you think about the weather we've had this spring. I look at my yard. It's not looking good. And the fact that they're able to play on an artificial surface is huge.
Oh, it is. And like I said before with Coach Johnson in Champlin Park, he said last year, God, football would finish up and then they'd try to get something going in the spring on that field. And it was like trying to hit a ball out of a deep rough in golf and trying to pick up any of those ground balls. So everyone is extremely pleased with that turf. And I'll tell you, you've been able to see last year when they played in the section final, you could see Andover just explode with their speed against Champlin Park in that 14-4 win. But so far tonight, it's been Champlin Park jumping out 3-0.
Well, and we are both taxpayers in the district, and it is our tax dollars at work, and I'm happy to do it. I mean, this has been an improvement a long time coming. Just about everybody in the metro area and a lot of schools around the state have added turf because now you have football and soccer in the fall. And then, of course, you have lacrosse out here in the spring. And then you got marching band activities. And it's an opportunity for the youth to get out on these fields and, have a chance to play under the lights or in the big stadium. So I think it's just a win-win.
They have yet to allow me to play bocce ball on this turf yet.
It's coming, though.
Got to be able to make some calls so that can happen.
The Joe Rulin Bocce Ball League coming soon. And here we go. Claire Nelson out of the timeout. Andover down 3-0. Plenty of time. Coming up on 18:30 to play in half number 1. And Nelson will set up. And Nelson handles it a lot, as you might expect. Sarah Kaiser, she is just terrific. Has been really good on those draws in the middle of the field. Draw controls this year off the charts. And in the boys' game and the girls' game, it's a huge part of it. Pass inside, picked off. Picked off there, and that was Annabelle Johnson. Got that stick up in the air, knocked it down. Now Andover fighting to get it back. It's going to come all the way to the goalie, Ferguson, and Ferguson's going to outlet to Vang. Vang, good catch on the run. Terrific play by Phaedra Vang. She's getting hounded from behind, playing keep away. Moves it ahead to Charlize Vang. And Vang's going to move to the goal line and move it behind the net to that X position and set up.
Setting it up again. And I'll tell you, not only has Ferguson been strong in that outlet pass we just witnessed was phenomenal. And Vang did a great job. She almost like threw Vang open, and Vang went to the right spot to get a clean catch on that outlet pass.
Now the Rebels slow it down. Andover not coming out to challenge at all. And this is Schindelbeck. Schindelbeck gives it up. Hagenbarth. Now they get it out to the top. And beginning her run, Annabelle Johnson gets into the middle. Shot save by Bach. Bach blocked it away. Wasn't able to cradle it. And Champlin Park's going to hang on.
And the slow pace certainly favors the Rebels, as the Huskies love to get out and move it and run.
Stepping in, getting a shot away, Champlin Park. And that one was deflected away, maybe hit the side of the net. That was Megan Peter getting the shot away. And now the Rebels hang on as they had a player deep on the end line. They try to work it to the front. Schindelbeck gets it inside. They try to go down low. Bach the save.
Hey, that
And
was
now
a nice
Vang.
save, just to get a piece of it. And deflect it away. Good job by Bach.
Phaedra Vang now swings it back to Peter in the middle. Now further to the right, Schindelbeck. Rebels very patient, and why not? 3-0 lead, 16 to go in the half. They played very well, and they've taken advantage. They haven't had a ton of zone time, but they've cashed in every time. Here's Vang, Charlize Vang, trying to get his shot away, goes down low, it goes wide, and the Rebels had a player deep, and that is Peter. She'll hustle after it.
And yeah, you're right. This is their third possession. Each possession they've had, they've scored, at least for the first three, rather. This is number 4 here, and let's see what they can do to capitalize here. Maybe switch things up on their set.
I'm no math major, but that's a good percentage. That's pretty good. They go in front, a little too far for Vang. Ground ball opportunity for Andover to get it out of there. And then Champlin Park takes it right back. That was Annabelle Johnson. Had a goal a moment ago. She steps in front. That shot blocked away. Another ground ball. Can the goalie get it? No, Vang grabs it. Phaedra Vang picks it up. So a number of opportunities for Andover to grab it, Joe, and they couldn't get it away.
Yeah, they had it momentarily before Johnson picked it up off the deflection of one of the Andover players.
Schindelbeck just outside that 12-meter fan. Now swings it to Peter. Peter to the 8-meter line, gets it further inside. They can't get a shot away. And, of course, you have to have a clear alley. Here's Annabelle Johnson trying to find room. Goes right back down below the end line. Very patient. Head coach Jeff Johnson has to be thrilled. Knocked away by Andover. Another ground ball opportunity. And the Rebels control again.
They do. And both these teams know each other so well. They both play in the Yeti Club together. High number of players from both of these squads, and the coaches, coach together on that squad as well.
Peter got bumped outside that 8-meter line, so it won't be a free position. Rebels get it back. However, she tries to go inside. Another ground ball. Can Andover gain control? Let's see who comes away with it. And it's going to be Peter for the Rebels again. Well, like in basketball, offensive rebounding right now.
You're right. Absolutely.
And we had a stoppage before Vang got the shot away. No goal. No goal there. But I think we're going to get a free position here for Champlin Park. And it is. And that'll be Lauren Schindelbeck. Schindelbeck, 16 goals on the season, coming in leading the Rebels. Can she make it 4-0? We'll see. Bach ready in net. She steps, she shoots, saved by Bach. Went down low, Bach read it. And here comes Kara Stay for Andover, clears it ahead. Can Nelson grab? Now the Rebels fighting for the ground ball. Good job over there by Addie Dale. Knocked it out of bounds. Andover's going to get it.
Yeah, she was certainly pestering Claire Nelson that time as she tried to bring it upfield. And now here comes Andover.
Delich, good run. Steve Thompson, Joe Rulin here at Husky Stadium. Lovely night for girls lacrosse. Rebels lead it inside of 13 to go in the half. And now they get it to Nelson over on the far side. Nelson's going to give it to Kaiser on top. Kaiser's going to swing it over.
Kaiser's finally back. She was out for 3 games with an injury, so it's good to have her back at the last couple. Kaiser actually scored 2 goals and had 2 assists in their section final win last year against Champlin Park.
Yeah, and injuries here. Only 2 goals, 1 assist so far. Kaiser trying to get to the front, fights her way in, gets bumped. And I don't know if she got far enough in front to get a free position. No, I think they're going to get it below the end line. That's what they're signaling. Kaiser made a good move, but didn't get far enough in front. And now the goalie Ferguson's going to give it back to Kaiser, so we'll see what she does here. I know she was desperately trying to get in front. And now she's going to spin. Being guarded there by the Rebels. And now they move it further behind the net, swing it around the near side. Nelson, good feet in front. That goes off a stick It'll still be controlled by Andover. Claire Lichtfeldt, 6 goals, 7 assists, way over there. Champlin Park, pretty aggressive defensively. Another ground ball opportunity. And Champlin Park's going to get it. And that was a good job by Annabelle Johnson. Kind of used her body to shield the ball and keep it away from Claire Nelson. Rebels get it back. Good ball movement. Here's Schindelbeck. Schindelbeck kind of run into the attack zone, and the Rebels are going to set up. Coming up at 11 to go on the half, just over halfway through the first.
And Champlin Park, I mean, they've had possession of the ball, I would say, for these first 15 minutes. I would say probably a good almost 10.
Yeah, and they have been really good on the ground balls. This is Fedra Vang all alone right now behind the net. They try to give it to the cutter. They put it on the ground, but Peter's going to retrieve. Megan Peter gets right after it. 3 goals, 7 assists for the sophomore. Peter tries to get it to the front, and she is turned away.
You can see it here. They're trying to hold the ball, wait for the perfect cutter opportunity.
Schindelbeck inside, ground ball. Rebels get another one back. This is Hagenbart. Hagenbart to the near sideline, and then gets it to Vang, goal line extended. And now it's Charlize Vang behind the net.
Champlin Park in this first half so far this season have outscored their opponents 30-9 in the first.
They've got off to quick starts. 4-2 on the year. Andover 5-1. 2 of the better teams in the Northwest Suburban, as expected.
First poll of the season had Andover, I think, number 8 or 9 in the state, but now they've have moved them out as a team that they're familiar with, and they played last year Andover in the quarterfinals. Prior Lake, still one of those top teams.
Yeah, South and West Metro still dominating the polls week in and week out. And when it comes to state championships, continue to dominate. Here's Johnson moving inside, blocked away, another ground ball. Can Andover come out of there with the ground ball? We'll see about that. Now they bat it to the goalie, and Bach grabs it. So that works. Andover gets it back. They get it to Claire Nelson, good outlet. And now Nelson begins her run. Good speed. Gets it to midfield. Being hounded there by Peter, good job. And then she has to put it on the ground. Another ground ball opportunity. Peter was all over her, and Andover's going to get it right back. Here come the Huskies. And on the run there was Isabel Micah. And now Andover in white.
Let's see if the Huskies can get back to kind of a movement formula.
Get it into the middle, ground ball there, opportunity, Lichtfeldt, shot goes wide. Got a good shot, Andover maintains, they get it in front. That one skips and saved by Ferguson. Skipped it a little too early, and Ferguson was able to get that hop and control, and she's made some nice saves. That wasn't the most difficult, Joe.
No, she has, and you know what, she was pretty handy with that deflection and bringing it back up into her stick to control. She has, again, a record of 4-2 and a goals against of 6.69 does Ferguson.
Peter tried to give it up, and it's deflected. They get it right back into the middle. Lichtfeldt. And Andover's going to reset. On the bench right now is Claire Nelson getting a breather. And now we have a whistle. And Andover, they're going to stop play for a moment and reset. They're going to move a player out of position. And now Andover has it. Evans. Evans gives it up. That is Delich.
Rotating around, trying to
just not a lot of movement.
Offense. No, all right, now
neither team's moving a ton on offense. Just kind of a wait and see approach. Still plenty of game time, but 3-0 Champlin Park. Andover's going to hang on, put on the ground. Back deep. Now Andover setting it up, and certainly a lot of firepower on the bench with Claire Nelson standing on the sideline for the moment, getting a breather. They go right into the middle. Rebels had it defended well, ground ball. And are we going to get a, oh no, it's going to go to the Rebels. I thought Andover might get free position there, but they won't. Go right the other way. And Champlin Park will outlet.
They get possession, and now
Gregornik.
Yeah, no one's picking up here or challenging.
Gregornik almost over the head there of Charlize Vang. It looks like she'll try and run it down. Big collision back there. Vang picks it up neatly. Charlize Vang's going to come out in front and give it up there. That's Schindelbeck. Schindelbeck coming in. Their leading scorer was 16, but they definitely have some firepower. Vang coming in with 14. Annabelle Johnson with 14. 13 for Phaedra Vang.
Very deliberate here with this possession once again are the Rebels.
Hagenbart just on the edge of that 12-meter line, and now here's Peter, the sophomore. He's had an important role in this game so far for Champlin Park. She's played well. A good defense on Claire Nelson before Claire trotted off. And she is back on the field now for Andover. They get it to the cutter. And that was Phaedra Vang, but she was denied. Ball on the ground, and Champlin Park's going to hang on. Now it's getting to the point, Joe, in the first half where Andover would like to get it back and get a goal on the board. Champlin Park's really been able to slow it down and shorten this game up 3-0.
Exactly. We saw some of this in the section final last year, but the Huskies were able to get possessions and just run the field, move the ball, and kind of have a complete opposite result in that first half as they're having here this evening. And as I said, Champlin Park in no rush. Just moving, holding possession. Every so often a cutter.
Yep. But Andover's not coming out to challenge at all. Here's Phaedra Vang, first goal for the Rebels. Charlize Vang had goal number 2. She gets shoved near that 8-meter line, gives it up, and a turnover for Andover. So their patience defensively pays dividends. Here comes Claire Nelson on the run. Double team comes. She may have got hit up high, and she's going to be able to set up. It's nowhere near a free position. Probably 10 meters outside that spot. But an opportunity here for Andover coming up on 3 to go in half number 1.
I had thought the Huskies might take the distance on that transition. With the horsepower and the speed that they have offensively. And they'd love to get something going here before the end of this first half. Pass there off the cradle. The stick there of Andover.
That didn't hurt him at them. There's Delich. Delich gets her move, spins, pops out of the stick, and comes all the way in on goal. And Ferguson grabs it, so Andover turns it over pretty quickly. And now, really an opportunity for the Rebels, if they can get into the attack zone, can work for one shot and maybe run out the half. And here comes Schindelbeck. Schindelbeck up the far side of the field for the Rebels in Navy. Box had a couple of saves here in the game.
And this could probably be the last possession for the Rebels here in this first half.
Now we got a stoppage. And heading to the sideline was Meryl Delich. And Sarah Kaiser comes onto the field. All right, here comes the Rebels up 3-0. Closing in on 2 to go in this first half. Steve Thompson, Joe Ruland, and our great QCTV crew here on this Wednesday night. Here's Phaedra Vang. Vang behind the net. Now Charlize Vang takes over. And no one coming out to challenge. Now they get it to the cutter. A shot and a save by Bach. Good quick shot and a save. And that leading scorer, Schindelbeck.
Evan Schindelbeck was almost like a backdoor move in basketball. She went to the top of the perimeter and cut back quickly to the middle. Now here's a chance for Andover.
Here's Nelson with room. Gets it into the middle, trying to find an alley to shoot. Fires, and a goal. Well, she went over to the right, found an alley, and it's 3-1 Andover. Huge goal.
Hey, that is the laser you see from Nelson. Her 16th goal of the season. Leads the team with points now with 32. And one of those transition goals, she cut across the green and then pulled the trigger on that laser. Wow, did she unleash it?
And as much as a defender on Nelson, it's about getting a defender between her and the net so she can't take that shot. And Nelson was able to find running room, took advantage. Time of the goal, 23-39. Huge goal for Andover, now 3-1 Rebels. And you see her right there, getting ready to take the draw against Schindelbeck. Orange Schindelbeck, a sophomore. Nelson, the senior, popped into the air. Ground ball. Who's going to get it? Claire Nelson's going to ultimately come away. And now plenty of time. Andover, quick goal. Had that one knocked away. Nelson trying to fight for it. Goes down. I'd be surprised in that battle between Annabelle Johnson and Claire Nelson. And Andover does get it, indeed. And that is the right call. And she got bumped down. And now Andover has it with Evans.
Under a minute to go in the first half.
Here's Sarah Kaiser catching it from Nelson. Kaiser wearing number 3. She's trying to find an alley. Still plenty of time. And I think after being down 3-0 and stymied for most of the half, having a chance to go in down 3-2. Here's a pass into the middle, ground ball all the way into Ferguson. The goalie for the Rebels is going to scoop it up, and we'll see what she does. And I would assume Jeff Johnson wants to be pretty conservative. Outlet, almost picked off, and it's grabbed there by Phaedra Vang. Vang gets it ahead to Charlize Vang. Vang with time, 5 seconds. Can she get inside and get a shot? Doesn't look like it. She's just going to set up shop near side. That'll be it. We go to the half, 3-1. Rebels leading the Huskies. Phaedra Vang, Charlize Vang, Annabelle Johnson for the Rebels. And then late in the half, huge goal for Claire Nelson to make it 3-1, Joe.
Well, they're going to have to get it together, get back to the formula that Andover used to win in the sections finals last year. And let's see what the Huskies can do to overcome a 3-1 deficit at half.
All right, very good. Don't go away. Half number 2 coming up in a bit here on QCTV.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Welcome to At the Half, the show where we take a closer look at some of our area high school sports. I'm your host, Mary Killikai. As the snow melts and the sunny days return, the Anoka boys tennis team heads back to the courts. Head coach Eric Bertram hopes his team experiences more than just wins and losses.
We lost 7 seniors from last year, so that's a lot to fill. And it's really cool because the group this year is coming together and figuring it out. Players are playing wherever they need to play, and they are embracing it. And it's not always the easiest or most fun, but you know, we're working hard and playing hard, and we got a couple wins this weekend, which was really cool. A lot of first varsity wins. So.
Yeah, we lost a lot of seniors. I think us 3 are the only returning varsity members this year, so we have a lot of young kids, a lot of new fresh faces. Yeah, it's been, it started off a little weak, but we've grown and we've progressed as a team, and I think we're going to play really good this year.
My whole family kind of played tennis, and my brother was in it at the high school, so I decided to join. It's like a team sport, but you get to play a ton to get that one-on-one time.
This team in particular is just an amazing group of student athletes that really have each other's back. They show kindness, they show toughness, and they show everything that we want them to be working on within themselves going forward after tennis. And hopefully they play it the rest of their life, but this is a special team from that dynamic. I don't know how many wins, but from just how they treat each other and treat their opponents and how hard they work. This is a really special group this year.
It's a big mental battle to play, and when you have teammates there, you can rely on them when you're playing and when you're in your match, but also you got to play on your own.
It just kind of develops.
Yeah,
I think we're all just trying to do the best we can.
Yeah, work with what we have, play our best matches.
So I'm an English teacher, and Maya Angelou, you know, amazing American poet. I want to say she had a quote, something like, you'll forget, you know, sometimes what you did with people or what people said, but you rarely will forget how they made you feel. And that goes for how you treat your opponents and your team and coaches and opposing you know. But those are the things that kind of transcend the sport, that make it accessible to their futures. So that's what I love about coaching tennis and just coaching in general.
As part of the recent Anoka Hennepin School's expansion efforts, Champlin Park was able to upgrade and expand their athletic facilities. We talked with their activities director, Matt Matson, about their new digs.
This goes back probably 6-7 years ago. We started a 10-year plan for our softball and baseball fields here at Champlin Park. And you can tell right now behind me there's a beautiful grandstand. Thanks to generous donations from Champlin Park Baseball Association. We couldn't get this done without them, and obviously our hardworking booster club, you know, and our head coach Ryan Tome as well. We sat down 6-7 years ago. It was actually former baseball coach Corey Davis, myself, a group from Champlin Park Baseball Association, our booster club, and we laid out a 10-year plan for mostly, you know, looking at our baseball and our softball complex and what we could do to help our student athletes here have a better experience, you know, bring us from wooden bleachers in the old days up to something that looks like this behind me, and we're just super excited to get that rolling. Our first major project for both fields was to add lights, and a Twins grant helped us with that, along with our booster club and Champlin Park Baseball Association. So it's a project that continues to develop. I think the next big one is to finish up a grandstand-like area at our softball field, and then maybe some indoor batting cages / storage facility here on the property. As the weather improves, I know my softball coach, my baseball coach with lights, they're looking to play night games, get the community involved, get some more, you know, of our youth athletes out to watch the high school kids. And by having lights, you know, that allows us to have those 6:30 starts, 7 o'clock starts, and gets a little bit more of that community enjoyment. And obviously playing under the lights, you know, it's a special feeling for those kids, and I know the parents like it as well. I think, you know, when people are out on a late night jog or stroll with their kids and the strollers are going by and 7 at night, you know, they might just stop in and watch an inning or two. Maybe in the past, you know, they wouldn't get that opportunity with games being at 4 o'clock, and now you've been able to bring that to the entire community. Definitely even summer baseball. You're looking at VFW, Legion, those areas getting to use this place, maybe host some bigger tournaments now that you have, you know, a bigger grandstand and some access to those items. So yeah, we're just looking forward to showcasing it to everybody out there. Going to be fantastic. The boosters are putting in a sound system, so we're going to have, you know, it's going to be like a Major League Baseball game. You can walk up, hear the starting lineup, get names announced, music playing, so we're super excited to showcase our students.
Here is the latest update with the Andover robotics team, the Butler Bots. Following a year of hard work, innovation, and troubleshooting, the Butler Bots are primed to take their skills to future endeavors.
My name is Travis Gross. I am a senior here at Andover High School. Working on a team in robotics here, it's It's a lot to manage. We have a few different groups of people. I'm a coder, programmer, so I have a few of the new people. I've been teaching them throughout the season how to code. And then we've got, well, people who fabricate stuff mostly. We've got, that's honestly most of the people.
We are back at Huskies Stadium. Steve Thompson, Joe Rulin, our great QCTV crew on a pleasant Wednesday night. We got a good one, Champlin Park leading Andover 3-1 after one. Andover has had the better of it in the face-off circle. Champlin Park certainly had the better of it on the ground balls tonight. Phaedra Vang, Charlize Vang, Annabelle Johnson for Champlin Park. Huge goal for Claire Nelson and the Andover Huskies. With just about a minute and a half to go in that first half, made it 3-1. So
they did. They needed a goal just to kind of redirect some of that momentum, and finally Nelson was able to laser one past Ferguson to get that first goal. Andover in that first half this season, they've outscored their opponents 43-15, but did not have that success in the first half here against Champlin Park. But Champlin Park has given up high amount of second half goals this season. So let's see if the Huskies can cash in. But what they need to cash in first is winning those draws. And they didn't get that one.
Schindelbeck won it, beating Claire Nelson. And a rare face-off win for Champlin Park, just their second of the night. And now it's Charlize Vang behind the net trying to get to the front. And they throw it into the middle. The cutter picked off, turnover, and a ground ball pickup. Here come the Andover Huskies. And Nelson gets it ahead, and picking it up there on the run is Lichtfeld. And now Andover getting it set up. Lichtfeld has it, and now Claire Nelson. She'll lob it into the middle. Here's Katie Evans. They get it over to the right side. Andover down 3-1, but a good start to half number two. Forced that turnover, and now they're on the attack. Of course, Kate Ferguson, the goalie for Champlin Park, down to our right. She had a very good first half, some key saves. Claire Nelson trying to find room, lobs it into the middle, picked off and given to the goalie. Great job defensively there by Katie Ehrlichman, and then just puts it right at the feet of the goalie, Kate Ferguson. And now the Rebels get it right back.
Nelson looked like she almost wanted to kind of do an alley-oop to Aldine, another tall attacker for Andover, but it was disrupted by Champlin Park. I really thought that was going to be a great setup, but out of nowhere, the Rebels' defense disrupts that. And again, once the Rebels get possession, it's so tough to get that ball back.
Ferguson's going to set it down, and coming back to scoop it up for Champlin Park is Eleanor Gregornik, sophomore defender. And they get the outlet ahead. Good catch there by Schindelbeck. And then she outlets it to Johnson. Tries to go back to Schindelbeck. At midfield, popped around. And it's grabbed by Annabelle Johnson. Goal number 3 in the game here tonight to make it 3-0. Now it's 3-1. Coming up on 3 minutes into half number 2.
Kaiser was really zigzagging and trying to obstruct progress there by Champlin Park. But now they've settled with it outside the perimeter. The Rebels up by 2 goals.
Charlize Vang down there. Megan Peter way over on the right side. They come to the near side. This is Hagenbart. Hagenbart. Once again, not a lot of defensive pressure by Andover. She tries to get into the middle. Can't find a seam to get a shot away. And now she's going to feed Annabelle Johnson. She'll work over to the right.
A very young team for Champlin Park. A lot of underclassmen. Meanwhile, the Huskies certainly with their share, but they've done a great job of developing a funnel of players. As Andover, we saw that in the JV game here minutes before, as the Huskies dominated that game.
Charlize Vang backs out. 21 to go. In Champlin Park, this has been their game plan all night, try and shorten that game and not get into a track meet.
Yep, exactly. And, hey, they're going to wait outside and see if they can force Andover out. And out of position and then make some hard cut moves and get at it. It's a little chess match here. We'll see how much longer the Huskies decide to stay patient.
Vang tries to begin her move, works to the right, put it on the ground. Opportunity for Andover to get it back. And it's scooped up by Phaedra Vang, who had the first goal of the night. Good job, feeds it in front. Not able to get a shot away as Andover closed in was Alana Roll.
Yeah, and Steve, as you said, some of those drop balls, those potential turnovers, work like offensive rebounds in basketball, and the Rebels have been first to that ball and been able to control those loose balls.
There's an opportunity, and stepping in was Schindelbeck. Schindelbeck got bumped. This is going to be a free position. That was clearly inside that 8-meter circle. And now an opportunity for Lauren Schindelbeck. Spins, shoots, Bach the save. Tried to go upstairs, Bach read it. Great save, Eva Bach. Now here comes Andover.
Nelson turning on the burners.
Claire Nelson, great speed for the senior, feeds it into the middle, and a shot and a goal for Lichtfeld. Claire Lichtfeld.
Steve, that was a 15-second transition from the time that Bach made that save, and then Nelson hustled down the field in a sprint and was able to find Lichtfeld, and she buried it back of the net, and just like this, it's just to a 1-goal deficit now for the Huskies.
Time of the goal of 5:23, so Andover scored 2 in a row, one late in the first half, now one here early, and we have a brand new game. And Claire Nelson showed in that transition how quickly she can get it down.
I got a need to know for you if you want it. And that's it. That's just her profile on how she plays. In fact, here's a need to know for you, Steve. A need to know by Joe for the Andover Huskies. Their first D1 player is going to be Claire Nelson. She's accepted a scholarship at Michigan. So she is going to play for the Wolverines and becomes the very first D1 player in Andover lacrosse history. So that's impressive. And you can see she belongs at that level.
Yeah, just outstanding speed. Good ball movement there by Champlin Park. Megan Peter, who had a good, solid first half. Didn't get her name on the score sheet, but contributed. Now a 3-2 game, and Champlin Park is going to slow it down again and see if they can get a good look. And now the Rebels are in a spot where they really need a goal, Joe.
Yep, they need to make sure they optimize each possession. They haven't done that yet here in the first half. Almost 7 minutes gone.
Here's Johnson trying to begin a move. Gets to the front. Can't get his shot away. And that's tipped to the goalie, Bach.
Huskies defensively have really kind of twisted some things up just a bit. And just enough that's disrupting an opportunity. And there's a turn. And you hate to see that. You hope.
The Andover player went down hard holding that leg.
And she was making a turn. And
Emma Tammy
grabbed like mid-calf. And you hope it's nothing serious. But she made that turn and fell, immediately dropped.
Yeah, Tammy fell. Everyone takes a knee. So Tammy goes down at midfield. 18:30 remaining in the game. 3-2 Andover as they attend to Tammy at the middle of the field. Steve Thompson, Joe Ruhlander, QCTV crew.
Here's a look at the injury there and see if she just went down on that left side. And boy, her older sister also an excellent lacrosse player and on the hockey team a couple of years back for Tammy.
All right, let's take a look at those rankings in girls lacrosse at the moment while they attend to Tammy. And
yeah, there you go, Prior Lake.
Yep.
Jumped up 6-0, and there's Chanhassen. Chanhassen's always one of the top teams as well, along with Lakeville South, Rosemount, Benilde St. Margaret's, Edina. As you mentioned, it's a lot of the southern schools, or at least mid-southern schools and what have you. And Two Rivers, Gentry Academy, probably the farthest north. They are at 4-0 in Stillwater.
Yeah, and one of those things where Lacrosse here in the northern suburbs, better and better players, better and better teams, but it's going to take time to break through. The sport's relatively new here in this neck of the woods. And there's Tammy being helped off the field right now.
First thing is you're grateful that she's being assisted off, not completely on her own, but it looks like something. Hopefully that can take a couple of game rest or what have you, but at least it's good to see her walking off under the power. So taking a look at the standings here in the Northwest Suburban Conference, and there you get a look. Andover up top. Well, they have that 5-1 record. Armstrong at 5-0. Champlin Park just a game behind Andover at 4-2. We're going to get a chance to see Maple Grove on Friday. The Huskies will host the Crimson for a game here on QCTV. Then Centennial, Elk River, Rogers, and talking to both coaches before the game. It's just kind of, you got the mid part of that conference and then the second half of that conference. And it's definitely going to be a battle with Champlin Park, Maple Grove, Centennial, and that whole crew for the title here the rest of the way. Season not much longer, just about 6 games left.
Nelson gets it in front and a goal. Nelson got it down low, and Andover has tied the game. Great feed by Nelson. And Eldine catches and scores. Andover scored 3 in a row. We're tied at 3.
Well, hey, Champlin Park started the game with 3 unanswered goals, and now the Huskies have reciprocated. And that goal, again, by Eldine. Mallory Eldine knots this up at 3 apiece.
And that goal comes at 6:42. Another assist for Nelson. So she has a goal, 2 assists in this game, and is also in the face-off circle, but it's scooped up by Champlin Park. Another key win there by Lauren Schindelbeck. Or actually, that was Annabelle Johnson with the win, and that was Schindelbeck catches. Schindelbeck has it. Goes over to Peter, and the Rebels need a goal to stem this tide. Their 3 goals come in the first 5:42 of the game.
For Eldine, her 7th of the season, 11 points now.
Peter gives it up, gets it right back. Playing catch over on the near side with Annabelle Johnson. And now they're going to go down to the end line. And Champlin Park has a fair amount of speed and skill, and you'd think they'd run a little bit more movement to try and get Andover on the move. Here's Peter trying to get to the outside, guarded by Nelson. Can't get a shot away.
Oh, what a pickpocket.
Yeah, Claire Nelson knocked it away, and she's going to hang on to it. What a job as she just grabbed it right out of the stick, right out of the webbing.
Well, Steve, I had to look at my watch and make sure I still had my watch on up here in the broadcast booth. That's what a pickpocket that was by Nelson.
Yeah,
that was quick.
That was terrific, and what a game changer. Gets that huge goal at the end of the first half, and then 2 assists here in the second. And now Lichtfeld. Lichtfeld had that second goal of the game for Andover. It is 3-3. And Lichtfeld's going to set up on the far side.
Yeah, it was a forced, that forced turnover there by Nelson. But leading the team for Andover in forced turnovers has been Emma Tammy. We'll see as she's hobbling along the side of the bench. And I doubt that we will see her again tonight. Hope that she's back for the Huskies game on Friday. Momentum here with Andover.
Get it inside and go right back down low.
You're seeing Andover move a lot more confidently, a lot quicker here in the second half.
To get it into the middle, a bump. Is this going to be a free position? I think it is. I think it is going to be a free position over there for Katie Evans. 5 goals, 3 assists. 14 draw controls in her own right. And she's going to step, shoot, and it's knocked down by Ferguson. Still loose and finally grabbed by Ferguson. She looks to clear. Now will hold on. 3-3 to score. Big save there.
Golden opportunity there for Andover to take their first lead of the game. But again, the scoring has come in streaks. 3 for Champlin Park to jump out to a 3-0 lead. And the Huskies have reciprocated. 1 near the end of the first half, and now 2 here in the second to tie it up.
Peter gets it ahead, gives it up. Here's Hagenbart.
And you can see Nelson is getting more aggressive rather than allowing them to get set up. She's coming after that ball and trying to pickpocket them, and she's had 2 consistent, 2 straight possessions with that approach.
And it is a good strategy to force the play. Clearly the momentum Andover's way in this low-scoring game. 3-3, and Andover's got it right back.
Nelson gets it back here to Bach.
Eva Bach, the goalie, has had some. Both goalies have played well in this game. You might expect low-scoring game. They are a factor. And good goalie play a big part of it. And here comes Andover. And this is Lickfeld. Lickfeld's a good run along the far sideline. Lickfeld got bumped. Andover's going to hang on, and the extra bump by Eleanor Gregornik. Ball on the ground on the side of the net, and it's picked up by Ferguson. So turnover there by Andover. We expected a good one here tonight. Not sure I thought it would be this low scoring, but here we are. Gregornik had it knocked away, pocket picked. Good play there defensively by Andover. That was Lensmeyer. And now here comes the Huskies. Ball on the ground, and it's picked up by Delich, Merrill Delich. And now she'll give it up to Sarah Kaiser. Kaiser out there.
Huskies really trying to get a little bit more movement, but defensively they've been more aggressive going for those turnovers, and they've caused them and also captured them, and now they are in control offensively.
They get it inside, spinning, shooting, saving Ferguson. Another good save for Ferguson. We're still tied.
That was a great turn and fire by Delich that time on a quick spin and release shot, and impressive save by Ferguson.
And it is a rare brand of courage to play goalie in lacrosse, boys or girls. It is that ball is solid.
You know, I would probably go, if I were in goal, with more of that big beanbag approach and just let it hit me and drop. And I don't think I could catch that ball or track it.
The only way I'd get in there is with hockey goalie equipment. That's the only way I would even attempt. From the side of the net, Kaiser turned away, and she'll reset.
I mentioned at the start of the second half here that Champlin Park, they had outscored opponents 30-9.
What a feed! Kaiser over to Nelson, 4-3 Andover.
Kaiser connects with Nelson. Nelson's second, and I was just going to say that Champlin Park has been outscored, or excuse me, they have surrendered 32 second half goals this season. Almost a 3-1 margin of what they give up in that first half, and the Huskies now have scored their third in the second half, the second by Nelson, and now the fourth of the game to take their first lead of the game.
Beautiful play. First assist of the game for Kaiser. Her second of the year, second goal of the game for Nelson. And Claire Nelson, 2 goals, 2 assists, has had a hand in this 4-3 comeback.
I would say probably adequate.
Yeah, wow.
Hey, another stellar for the future University of Michigan.
And you see the Rebels huddle. And now the Rebels' upcoming schedule.
They're going to be hosting Centennial, then OSP, Osseo Park Center, and then it comes to Elk River, Zimmerman. That's on the 16th, and then at Maple Grove for a tough battle with the Crimson. That'll be on the 18th, and Blaine on the 23rd. The Huskies just finished up beating Blaine on Monday, 16-0. Meanwhile, the Huskies, they take on the Crimson right here, and right here on QCTV on Friday night. Against Maple Grove. Then they travel to Anoka, travel to the Rogers squad on the 11th. followed by trip to Robbinsdale Armstrong on the 17th, and then Coon Rapids on the 18th. And the seasons are wrapping up pretty quick. They're beyond the midway mark here for both of these squads. And here's upcoming broadcast with Lacrosse, as I mentioned, coming. Light broadcast Maple Grove at Andover here on QCTV, and then also it's lacrosse, boys lacrosse, Anoka at Andover. That'll be a battle of Bunker Boulevard. And then softball, Anoka at Champlin Park. That's on the 10th, and on the 12th, it's Centennial at Andover. And baseball has had a tough season just getting weather to cooperate, but that one will be at Andy. Well, I'll tell you, coming up on QCTV.
Yeah, you get the sense that we're going to go from winter to summer because what are we going to get, 80s next week? Joe's got shorts on here tonight. I'm not going to take my winter coat out until June 1 out of the truck. Because you've been around long enough. Memorial Day weekend can be no picnic. I mean, the weather can be chilly on Memorial Day weekend, so I'm leaving the winter coat in the truck.
Well, today was my first time with shorts, and this was my day where I say, it's the move on day, not move back day. So cold or not, the shorts are here to stay.
All right, we go right back to the middle. All the momentum. Claire Nelson got a goal at 23:39 of the first half. They have scored 4 in a row overall. Lickfeld, Eldine, and Nelson again here in the second half. They're up 4-3. And now we're right back in the middle with Claire Nelson. And on the draw against Schindelbeck. Schindelbeck's done a good job on the draws. That pops out of there. It's going to go over to the far side. And picking up the ground ball. But Schindelbeck goes back and grabs it. And now she's going to step to the middle. Schindelbeck, their leading scorer, coming in. Gets it ahead to Charlize Vang. And now Champlin Park, they really need a goal. Still plenty of time, just under 12 to go in this game.
Yeah, and the Huskies have really not allowed them to set up like they did in the first half. And Champlin Park goes on the aggressive move there.
Charlize Vang tried to go down low, skips wide. They're going to hang on. And back at the X position, Schindelbeck tries to get to the front. It's going to sling it out to the near side. Megan Peter. And it's stolen away by Andover. Andover steals it away. Another turnover on the Rebels and a good run. Here they come. Eldine gives it up in the middle. A shot. Skips wide.
That was a beautiful drop pass by Eldine. Put it right in stride on the Husky player. Pulled the trigger on that shot. Tried to go low. Got the deflection that bounced way over the net. But the Huskies still maintain possession here with just under 11 to go in the second half.
Delich would love to have that one back. Delich gets it here. Goes in back. Here's Kaiser. Sarah Kaiser.
Kaiser sees the field so well.
Now Claire Nelson. 2 goals, 2 assists in this game. Andover trying to find room out on the edge of that 12-meter fan. Delich. And now it's Nelson. They're up 4-3. Here's Kaiser, steps, faked his shot, comes right back out.
Couple
Nelson.
Hard fakes inside and cuts by Kaiser, but she, as mentioned, rotated it back out to Nelson.
Now Kaiser right back, out on top.
You can see the Huskies are rotating from the side of the net in. There was Eldine who came in for a split second, had a window. Huskies decided they were going to take it back out front.
Delich gets it inside, shot and a goal. Andover leads at 5-3. They've scored 5 in a row. And that goal is for Katie Evans, her 6th of the year.
Well, I love that move by Katie Evans, and that was a burst right in front of the goalie. And I'll tell you about the 8-meter location on, she just turned and fired with authority and with conviction and fired it past. A skilled goalie in Ferguson. The Huskies now with a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, they fell behind 3-0 in the first 5:42. And since then, played to a stalemate, but a gigantic goal by Claire Nelson at the end of the half. And now they have scored a total of 5 in a row. 9:51 to go. And on that face-off, are we going to have a do-over, or are they going to give it? Yeah, they're going to do this one over. Lauren Schindelbeck, Claire Nelson. Popped into the air, and it's grabbed there by Annabelle Johnson. Gets it ahead neatly. Schindelbeck almost lost it. Almost had it taken away by Kaiser. Trailing the play. Champlin Park really needs one with 9 to go.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the Huskies have changed their philosophy, or at least not the philosophy, but their approach defensively and offensively. Offensively, you're seeing more cutters.
And they get it in front and a goal.
That's Johnson again, her second goal for Annabelle Johnson, and left it up high. She extended and pulled the trigger. A quick catch and release goal that time by Johnson, her second of the game, 16th of the season.
And Schindelbeck, the assist. They work together. Huge goal for the Rebels. We'll see it here. Schindelbeck right in front. Johnson catches it up high and directs it into the net. And the time of the goal, 15:53, so they answer right back. Now 5-4. So now Johnson for Champlin Park and Nelson for Andover, 2 goals apiece in this game. And we go right back to the middle of the field with Schindelbeck for the Rebels. Claire Nelson thought she had a clean win, and we're going to have another do-over. .51 to play, 5-4. Nelson's going to pick it up. And that's her first clean win in a while. Claire Nelson begins her run. Look out. Claire Nelson wants that goal back. And now she's going to set up.
Well, this game's been all about the streaks. The first 3 goals scored by Champlin Park. The next 5 put together by Andover. And now Champlin Park steps up and cuts that margin from 2 to 1 in terms of a deficit. Let's see if they go on a run, or the Huskies can end that run here on this possession.
Try to get it to the front. Instead, they get it to Nelson outside. 2 goals, 2 assists. They get it inside. Here's a shot. And a goal for Andover.
I'll tell you, they are truly optimizing their opportunities here tonight. The shots they're getting are electric. They're laser-like and very impressive in capitalizing them on. And I'll tell you, Ferguson's been doing a nice job in goal for the Rebels, but the Huskies with that goal by number 25. Delich picks it up and takes that lead back to a 2-goal gap.
And another assist for Nelson. 2 goals, 3 assists. So she's had a hand in 5 of the goals. So Delich gets it, and it's 6-4. So just 3-1 at the half. Now 6-4, still 8:02 to go in the game.
7th goal of the season for Delich. The 5 points. That'll give Nelson 36 thus far this season.
And falling down, but gaining control of Schindelbeck, and the Rebels are going to hang on. And Schindelbeck is going to get it back and swing it out to the right. And this is Phaedra Vang. 131 in, scored the first goal. And now it's Charlize Vang.
And this is really going to take, you know, the Rebels kind of out of their game where they like to be a little bit more deliberate and meticulous and find the right shot. And right now they need to kind of expedite that approach because they can't afford to sit on that ball for 2.5 minutes before they take the shot attempts.
Yeah, they tried to, Vang tried to draw the free position, couldn't get it. Now they get it to Annabelle Johnson. 2 goals, let's see what she can do. She begins her run, gets forced to the outside. They get it right back to the X as they try and get it in front. There's a scoop shot and a goal. Phaedra Vang.
Boy, she rolled that one. It never did get any higher than the ankle, I don't believe, and it was tough probably for Bach to get a look at it, but Vang connects. Phaedra Vang, 15th goal of the season, her 2nd here tonight.
And that was a pretty goal, and that beat Eva Bach. And the time of the goal, 18:04. Still plenty of time, 6:05, 6:56 to go. We go right back to the middle. And Sarah Kaiser now taking the draw against Schindelbeck.
Spot back and forth here, is just as the Huskies were keying it up, and now possession.
Nelson, right down the middle of the field, gets to the 12-meter line, backs away. Has that knocked away and then scoops it up on the ground.
She is just so tenacious. If that's on the ground, you can see in her eyes she's going to get that ground ball and possession back, and she did there.
Meryl Delich, 6:30 to go, Andover by 1. They trailed 3-1 at the half. They built a 5-3 lead, and then it's been back and forth. Kaiser now. They work it in front, turnover grab by Ferguson. The goalie, Ferguson put it on the ground deep. Can she get it? Andover fighting for that ground ball. Now the goalie out of position. They get it in front. Player is bumped out there. I think that was Lickfeld. Lickfeld loses it. Now Champlin Park's going to get it. Wow. That was a big opportunity. And now we have a stoppage. And they're going to reset.
What a scramble.
Yeah. 5:44 and counting. And it's going to be Champlin Park. Addie Dale's going to have it. They get everybody set. And here we go. Huge break for the Rebels with the goalie Ferguson way out of there. And they come to the near side. Good catch by Gregornik. Gets it out to the middle. Phaedra Vang. Vang showing speed, trying to get to the front. Sarah Kaiser denies that. Now Vang hangs on. Now Charlize Vang behind the net, trying to get to the front. Can't hit the cutter. That was Peter. Now we got a ground ball, and it's picked up. This is Johnson. Johnson scores, goes around the net, and puts it up top. We're tied.
Well, she got some leverage, a little bit of height to get by the stick of the Husky defender, and snapped off one top shelf, just beating Bach and under the crossbar. That's the hat trick. Third goal for Johnson on the night. That's it. I am so impressed. I was impressed with her last year when I saw her play twice. And this season now, that's 17 goals, and she leads the team there with 17 goals. But she also leads the team in ground balls, 35. Forced turnovers, 22. Duels and face-offs that she'll win. Impressive for this sophomore.
Schindelbeck out there for Champlin Park. And Kaiser for Andover popped into the air, grabbed by Nelson. So Kaiser gets it way up in the air. Nelson grabs toward that 8-meter line in the middle. Can't get his shot away. We're tied at 6. Under 5 to go. Turned over. Grabbed by Champlin Park. Just stolen away by Gregornik. And now this one back on the ground. Big ground ball opportunity. Here's who's going to pick it up. Andover does. And coming the other way is Delich. Delich gets to the outside. And now we have a whistle. And Andover's going to hang on to it.
This game is starting to look a lot like last year's 10-9 win for Andover over Champlin Park. Very
Delich.
tight, back and forth.
Lickfeld now gets it into the middle. Here's Evans. Evans has a goal.
You've seen the Huskies now, the second half, really cut hard to that middle. And that cut is usually coming from the side of the net.
Kaiser. 3:45 to go. We're tied at 6.
There's the cut. Back through.
Delich has it, being watched closely.
3.5 minutes left, and the Huskies being very strategic. They're not going to take a chance unless they know they connect with that cutter.
Just a bit of a breeze. The wind has died down. Lovely evening.
I'm sure Jim Erickson is on the golf course. on a beautiful night using his foot wedge.
I don't even remember how to play golf. I'm not sure I even remember the rules. Here's Kaiser.
Kaiser takes it down low. She's got an assist tonight. Of course, who can forget about, and she'll never forget about this, the game-winning goal for the girls hockey team this season to win the state championship for Sarah Kaiser. In fact, she'll be playing lacrosse next year at McHenry down in, I believe, St. Louis.
Yeah, a memory that'll live forever, not only for her teammates. Hockey fans everywhere, they get it inside. Great opportunity and a goal.
Bam! Tuck that one underneath. Beautiful catch and release. Shrewby picks up her first. There's 15th of the season. She was averaging 3 points a game coming into this contest. She gets her first goal. What a beautiful kind of a tuck goal right underneath. She snapped off. A snipe from just inside the 8. And the Huskies jump back up front by a goal with 2.5 to go. Timeout.
And they had really taken her away. Champlin Park had really held Shrewby down. She gets the goal there. 22-29. Timeout on the field, 7-6. Still plenty of time for the Rebels, but they need to control this draw.
It has. But you know what's been really helpful for the Huskies here in the second half? Crisp passing. Crisp, clean passing. And that led to that last goal as well. A nice dime from the side. And I was trying to find out who got that assist on that dime to Shrewby.
I would assume they could show that replay to you in a little bit here, Joe. They'll cue it up.
And the Huskies with that big goal here.
Ryan's barking out orders right now. And here we go.
Down low, and then there it was.
Nice
it was
shot.
Nelson, it looks like, who got it to Shrewby to the side of the net, and then I burst a couple of steps and tucked it just under the goalie's arm.
If it indeed is Nelson, 2 goals, 4 assists, that's a good night.
That's adequate. But she's averaging on the season 5 points a game, and that would be 6 if she gets that dish on the assault. We're going to check it out here. There you get a look at the future Michigan Wolverine. Nelson, if 6, if that's a 37 points on the season. Yes, she did. It is official. So the Shrewby goal assisted by Nelson. 2 goals, 4 assists for Nelson on the night. No bigger time for Shrewby's first goal here tonight and her 15th goal of the season, and lifts the Huskies to a 1-goal lead.
And that is a great catch in traffic, and then to get the shot away and go short side.
And you can see these two teams know each other. You see Vang and Kaiser, who I believe played together on the Yetis, getting at it right here.
Kaiser has taken the draws as of late.
A critical draw here.
2:31 to go. Andover by 1. Phaedra Vang Jr. popped in the air.
Kaiser controls.
Kaiser's going to grab it on the run.
Beautiful possession. Huskies win that, and Kaiser comes up with a timely win. And Andover here can hold on if they can keep possession. We approach 2 minutes to go.
Champlin Park's got a gamble. Kaiser with it. Tries to make her move. Tries to step to the front. Turned away. Good D there by the Rebels. As they get it further out to Evans. 2 minutes to go here in this one. 7-6 Andover. They trailed 7-1 at the half. They went up 5-3. Since then, back and forth. Rebels got 2 in a row to tie. They have it behind the net. Kaiser put it on the ground. Chance for Champlin Park. And it's scooped up by the Rebels. Knocked away by Claire Nelson. Picked up again by Andover with 1:33 to go. And now we got a timeout. Andover with 1:30 left, as head coach Brad Geis wants to visit with everyone. Say, okay, we're up by 1. We don't need to score again.
And how many forced turnovers tonight has Nelson had on top of her assist?
Yeah.
I mean, she came down in the second half and really disrupted that offensive scheme by the Rebels with a couple of steals, a couple of pickpockets. And this one was critical as well that she created. And the Huskies now have possession. What a complete player. There you look at Coach Jeff Johnson giving the Rebels instructions, come into the mark of 4-2.
Yeah, and as you pointed out, a really young team. Vang, a 9th grader, Dale, a 10th grader, Roll, a 9th grader, Ehrlichman, a 10th grader, Hagenbart, a senior, Schindelbeck, a sophomore, Annabelle Johnson, a sophomore. That's 30 goals right there out of those two.
Mm-hmm.
Engstrom, a sophomore, Gunderson, a sophomore. The goalie, Kate Ferguson, who's been terrific, is a senior. Phaedra Vang, junior, and then Megan Peter, who's also had a huge hand in tonight's game for the Rebels.
She has one
just
goal.
A sophomore.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
And of course, that's full throttle too, and the horsepower there, as you mentioned, on Annabelle Johnson. She has a hat trick, 3 goals as a sophomore, and she leads the team in scoring as well with now 32 points on the season. So the Rebels, the 2 losses they have had have come across Robbinsdale Armstrong, who are a pretty good team, and Wyzetta.
Yeah, so really good young team. And then, of course, you look at Andover, and we've talked about her all night and how good Claire Nelson is. And then, of course, Sarah Kaiser. So great senior leadership, and they've stepped up.
And the only loss for Andover has come to Eden Prairie.
I've heard of them.
They, too, are adequate. So
1:30 to go here at Husky Stadium. Steve Thompson, Joe Rulin, our great QCTV crew.
All right.
And the crew has earned this warmer weather. There's no doubt about that. Here's Evans. Andover trying to play keep away, up by 1. They put it on the ground. Kaiser there to grab it.
A loose change pickup by Kaiser. That was huge.
Kaiser makes her move to the front, has an opportunity, and then spins out of there with 1:11.
You kind of knew she was going to probably carve her way back out unless they let her walk right in. But right now, the Rebels have to be extremely aggressive and try to force a turnover.
Claire Nelson trying to get a shot that would seal it. Goes further outside. Smart move. Pushing, shoving. Way outside. Vang trying to get it away. And beginning her run all the way down to the end line. Delich. 40 seconds to go. Andover leading at 7-6. It's been a good one here tonight.
You can hear Paul Young with the excitement here, the public address announcer here in Andover. Does a great job.
Delich back in the corner, hemmed in. She got shoved to the side, and she's going to hang on. 19.9 to go. Or did she step out? And is it going to be...
Yeah, they're contesting that they thought she had stepped out, but I don't think they're going to award that ball to Champlin Park.
Yeah, they just can't get it away. And they go over to the table, and are we going to get a little more time on the clock?
You can hear an input from the coaches. Huskies have possession and are going to run this out.
15 seconds left. Are they going to put it on the ground? Delich, double team, comes in the corner. As long as she doesn't step out of bounds, she's running along the near sideline. And I think she did step out of bounds, but only 5 seconds left. So now the Rebels have to try a long clear and a home run. And taking a shot, and it's going to come well short, is Lauren Schindelbeck. And Andover's going to pull out a 7-6 victory tonight at home and move to 6-1. Champlin Park, tough luck loss. They fall to 4-3, but it was a good one tonight. And what a performance for the Andover Huskies And Claire Nelson, 2 goals, 4 assists in this game as they roar back to get the W.
They did, and they've got quite a variety and diverse scoring from a variety of different players. Aldine, Shruby got the game winner, the 7th goal as well. And Evans picked up a key goal as well, and others as well. But tremendous game here. 3-0 lead for the Rebels. The Huskies countered back. They scored the next 5, including the first 4 of that second half. They exchanged, had a lead, tied it up a couple of times, but the Huskies power their way to a 7-6 win over the Rebels.
All right, great job by our crew. Lovely night here tonight, and a good girls lacrosse game. Hope you enjoyed it. Always fun, Joe, to see you.
You as well, Steve-O.
And we'll see you down the road at some point.
Yes, you will.
Andover beats Champlin Park 7-6 tonight. Good night from Andover here on QCTV.